What do we have in this Yankees-Red Sox series? Where do we start?
Where do we start with the game yesterday? First of all, Fried and Crochet pitched amazing.
Yeah.
Both of them were really good. Crochet gave up the early run to Volpe, Ken's X factor, and he hit the home run, and you're thinking, okay, here we go. And that was it. That was it for the Yankees offense. Judge had a couple hits, singles. Fine, they had a couple chances. They had first and second in the first inning. Nobody out, didn't score.
Would you leave Fried in the game?
Huh?
Do you leave Fried in the game?
I mean, what to finish?
Not to finish the game, but just to give you more. I mean, Crochet didn't finish the game, but
he handed the ball to Chapman.
He handed the ball to the closer.
And one of the strengths of the team, though, by the way, of the Yankees was supposed to be their bullpen. So you're thinking, all right, well, he's handing it to Weaver. And he's been one of their – he struggled a little bit in the second half, but he's been one of their best for a couple of years now. So you're thinking, okay, he can get through it. And then there's also some that has came up a lot too, is Aaron Judge's elbow. Remember when Sogard hit the double? If he has a normal arm, I don't think he challenges him there. But Judge got it, backhanded it, and he gave it all he had, but Sogard outran it. That ended up being huge because then Yoshida got the hit that drove in too, right? That would have been first and third, maybe a little different situation, but that was a big thing too. There's so much to dissect, and you got Jazz not talking to the reporters, or talking to him, but not talking to him.
Back towards him.
I mean, Chapman going from 95 to 101 after the bases got loaded. I mean, it was an intriguing game.
Bases loaded, nobody outcrats, nobody scores.
And if you need to score more, you left how many home runs on the bench, essentially? You had Jazz on the bench early. You had Ben Rice on the bench early. I get it. If you had to get to those lefties and get to the bullpen righties, then you can't have a 6-pitch, 7th inning. Your guys can't go out there and make 3 outs on 6 pitches just so you don't strike out. You have to build his pitch count up, and it fell right into AC's hands. Alex Cora was like, this is the perfect spot in the lineup. They already set it up, so there's a bunch of lefties. So we'll just mow through this. Crochet is going to throw a billion, and we'll never even go to our righties.
What's the computer system that the Yankees bow to?
Base.
Base.
It's called base, yep.
So Base said, no Jazz today, even though you've played him in these spots most of the time. And then bring him in later in the game for defense, and then to
even
still face a lefty.
Even though they were losing when they brought him in, didn't they?
Do you think
for
Base
is... Upgrade.
Guys, do you think Base isn't a Yankees fan?
Base is a Red Sox fan?
I mean, they do whatever Base says. Do you think that Base could be rooting against? Just like some people think AI is eventually going to turn on humans, maybe Base has already turned on the Yankees.
Living in the Terminator? Where's Sarah Connor? We need to find Sarah Connor right now.
Maybe. I joke, but I'm also serious. They do bow down to that thing. It's true.
They do. All teams do, though. What Torey Lovella said.
Yeah.
I don't make the lineup. It's a decision that's a committee-based decision.
Base would have said remove Garrett Crochet earlier yesterday. They would have said he doesn't
the way he
pitch
was
like
throwing.
that. No. Human says stay. Base says no. This is past the pitch limit, isn't it?
Base.
No, he wasn't.
Base might even see the fact that Garrett Crochet is a cyborg too, and Base might be like, I appreciate machines playing the games. This is where we want to get to anyway.
But Max Fried hadn't given up a run. Out hustled Duran to first. Let him eat. Velo went down, a tick and a half over the course of a game? Okay. Still looked damn effective.
Had a curveball and that sweeper going. And she had a good changeup yesterday. I mean, they weren't touching him.
This could be the decision that decides their entire season.
Yeah, but
a team that
that's what they've done all year. They also can't score 1 run. Sorry. It's also the first time in history I thought I saw, I don't know if that's right, history where a team had in the bottom of the ninth bases loaded, no outs, and didn't score a run and didn't win the game.
But you're facing Crochet, who's a top 3 starter in the sport, and you're facing the best closer in baseball this year in Chapman. And the Red Sox said, nope, not going to get to anything else. Crochet told that to Cora. He's like, it's me and Chappie. Nobody else gets to pitch tonight.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Hey, Kratz, go ahead, and then I got a question for you.
No, I was just going to say, we had a night last night, not just in that game, of just dominating left-handed pitchers. Go across all the games. 4 games, you saw, obviously, Boyd pitched well, but then you saw Tarek Skubal. You saw Max Fried. You saw Garrett Crochet. You saw Blake Snell. That was some absolute monsters throwing cheese from the left side. Maybe the game's changing. It's all for lefties now.
Why? Well, here's my question. And I saw this and people brought this up too. If you're the Yankees, I guess base says you don't play Jazz and Ben Rice. They've been 2 of your best hitters, and they might run into one. I've seen Ben Rice homer off a lefty before. I've seen Jazz Chisholm homer off a lefty. I know it's Crochet, but is Ahmed Rosario that big of an upgrade?
Yes.
He's that big of an upgrade. What did he do last night?
Going into the game, he was 6 for 8, I think, against Garrett Crochet.
Okay.
2 dingers, 2 doubles. I think that's an upgrade. I just think it sucks that they ran into Crochet early. If that was going to happen, like Jazz played, I think 27 of the last 28 games or 28 of the last 30 games. I get it. But you have to have Ahmed Rosario in there.
Okay.
But we could make this case if the Yankees are playing the Tigers.
Yeah, would you do that against Skubal?
Then if you're in a best out of 7, you're just going to sit some of your best hitters in half the series because
he played Austin Wells. He's left-handed.
It's not, but it's to me. I think the Ahmed Rosario one is they took the numbers and then they were like, "That's too much to ignore. How can we ignore?" Last time they faced him, he had a dinger in Fenway, and I think he had a double off the wall too. You got to go with your best matchup there when you're facing an elite pitcher. You're talking about 2 dudes, Tarek Skubal and Garrett Crochet, that are not your typical lefties.
Okay, AJ, our slab pack ripping continues now. You just ripped a card that I think you're actually going to keep.
I am. I'm going to keep it. It's a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. The old, isn't this the famous upper deck one? I believe it is. And yeah, heck yeah, I'm going to keep it because I'm going to get Griffey to sign it. I'm going to get him to send it to me, which you can do, and I'm going to get Griffey to sign it, and it's only going to make it worth more. So I am all in on this card. I am keeping it, and it is one of the coolest cards with the highest turtleneck you've ever seen and the gold chain around his neck.
Graded 9, 1989 upper deck. You get the offer for $179. It's valued at around $199. And you're like, nah, I'm keeping it. But if you wanted to sell it back instantly, you can. It's the beauty of Arena Club. AJ is going to send in and get the physical card sent to him. And you could do the same. 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase can happen for you if you go to arenaclub.com/foul and use the code FOUL. What do you tell Jazz Chisholm before the game and then after the game, Kratz, if you're Aaron Boone? Before the game, as in, hey, I know we've been playing you in these spots basically the entire year and you had a 30-30 season for us, but we're sitting you. And then after the game, when he turns his back to reporters, just as a grown adult, it's not cool, right? Either do the interview or don't. Like, I think you're better off. I'm going to speak for the media side here. Like, dude, if you're not even looking at me and like you don't want to do it, like I'd rather not, right? Like I'll just come back or just tell me you don't want to talk to me today. Like to me, that is just disrespectful to a human being. Like I think we're all humans. We should treat each other that way. It's 2 minutes. I've done these things in the locker rooms a billion times. Most of the time it is 2 minutes. We are in the clubhouse awkwardly so that we spend as little time as possible disrupting the lifestyle of a player. Right? If it was up to me, bring them into another room. Let's get good time to sit down. We're not doing that because we know you're busy. 2 minutes at your locker asking 5 questions with 20-second answers. That's the whole thing. Can you turn to me and look at me like a man?
He could have handled that better. Nobody's going to deny that. But I think Jazz, as much as some people are going to complain about maybe his immaturity, his flash, his ups and downs, all that stuff, you also got to look at how they've kind of used him this year. Hey, Jazz, we traded for you last year. You know what we need you to do? Play third. What did Jazz say? Anything for the team. Hey, Jazz, we made it to the playoffs again. I know you've been one of our best bats. You're sitting today. Hey, anything's best for the team. It's hard to tell what he said, but it sounded like he said, hey, you know what? It's whatever's best for the team. Doesn't mean he needs to agree with it. And you asked, what do you say if you're Aaron Boone before and after the game? I don't need to say anything to him after the game. That's his time. All I talk to him about before the game is the fact that you're sitting against Crochet. I get it. You've played the last 27 to 28 games. You're sitting against Crochet. Ahmed Rosario is this for this. I know this sucks. We need you in game 2. We're going to need you late too. So I need to make sure you're locked in. I'm not saying you need to like it. I need to know that you are here for the boys and give us a good at bat. That's all you got to say. You don't have to handle anything. As a manager, if you got to be like, hey, stand up straighter and look people in the eye when they're interviewing you, you're cooked. You got way more things to worry about, especially in New York.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to sit here and blast Jazz. It wasn't a good look. That's all I'm going to say. It wasn't a good look. It was disrespectful to the guys that were doing their job. They didn't make the lineup. If you want to be mad at Aaron Boone, fine, be mad at it. But don't be mad when the people just come up and say, hey, Aaron Boone told me I wasn't playing. Okay. Then they got to go ask Aaron Boone why Jazz Chisholm didn't play. That's it. Turn around and say, hey, look, I don't know, guys. I went in when they told me to do. They asked me to do this. This is what I did. I was happy when I came in. I did the best I could on my at-bat. Didn't work out, right? I don't know why I didn't play. If Aaron Boone told him why he didn't play, you can say that reason or don't say that reason. That's up to you. But as soon as you just turn around and say, hey, I don't know. I was here, told I'm not playing, and then they got to go ask Aaron Boone the question. That gets you off the hook.
That's it.
But by doing this,
it goes viral.
Then it makes people, I'm not going to say lose respect for you, but fans are like, look at this guy. Why is he doing this? Why? Just answer the question. Why didn't you play? I don't know. He didn't tell me.
It goes viral if you handle it this way. And
Right.
I don't blame the viral community on this one.
No, you can't. Because I've never seen anybody do an interview with their back turned.
It's a character judgment situation.
Which is not fair all the time.
Right. But it is what it is. If you're frustrated, though, I mean, I know it sounds silly. I'd rather you just be like, hey, guys, having some issues. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
Anything but back to human. It's just not it.
AJ, what about sitting down to give an interview? Did that make you cringe, or were you cool with that? When everyone comes around and they're all standing and you sit and you're just like you're holding court.
That didn't bother me because I did it a lot. I mean, I just played 9 innings and I was tired and if they caught me and I was already sitting down, I'd usually say, all right, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't care. Now, did it bother me when a reporter came in and sat down? Yes.
Oh, well, come on. That's disrespectful.
It happens, though.
I know, but
There
that's
were many
ridiculous.
times where I'd tell a reporter,
they're sitting in your seat?
they're sitting in chairs interviewing somebody, or they're reading the newspaper that's there for the players.
Yeah,
I would say something.
We could do an hour on that.
Or my favorite was we'd have TVs and the report. I mean, I've done it as when I go in there. They're like this though. I'm like, hey, if you don't have anything to ask anybody, get out, dude.
The only thing I'll say, wait, I'm going to come back to that.
Listen,
sometimes we're waiting. I would be in there and I'm watching a playoff game because I'm waiting for so and so who's hiding.
I just said I've done it
minutes.
And I catch myself.
Yeah,
and I try.
You're allowed to look at the TV.
I've done it.
Yeah,
I've done it. I know.
There's been times I'm in there, I'm waiting, and we're waiting for a particular player who's either just taking some time, maybe getting treatment, whatever, and we'll ask PR. They'll be like, they'll come out, or maybe they won't, but you got 20 minutes left. And then I'm just literally standing there, and I need to keep up with the playoff game. I get what you're saying. It's not a lounge. It's not a hangout spot. I don't want to be in there. I'm like,
me neither.
I'm not on the team.
It's still awkward.
It's
for me.
awkward.
I know a lot of the players.
Yeah, you want to go right up to the dude, say what up, and then get out.
Yes, like I walk up to the people I know, and even the ones I don't know, to introduce myself, or like guys we've had on the show. Hey, thank you for coming on the show. Or guys we want to get on the show. Hey, can we get you on? And then the guys, even then, I'm like, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. If I haven't met them, or guys I know, I've met. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Have a great game or whatever, and just get the heck out, because it's always like that 15 to 20 minutes where I'm standing in there and I'm like,
It's weird. It's weird. It's like being in someone's bedroom or something. Like you ask what you need and then you're like, this is your space. See you later.